So, most of the time when I think about my childhood, stuff like this comes to mind. But after reminiscing a little more, I came up with a list of 5 of the coolest 2000s tech toys that I had in grade school, of course, courtesy of my grandma and grandpa Kovac. The first thing I want to talk about today is the Vtec NonStop Girl laptop. So, besides the cool factor of this thing yelling, "You go girl," at me every time that I turned it on, the NonStop Girl laptop had tons of black and white pixelated educational games on it. I'm pretty sure the thing took about 45 AA batteries, and you could go on world adventures to different places where you could listen to super authentic music from areas like Hong Kong and Paris. The next one on my list is the Amazing Maddie doll.
I'm very excited about being your new best friend.
So besides the factor that it was kind of super creepy, you might remember the Amazing Maddie was Amazing Allie's best friend, except Amazing Maddie was not as much of a squares Allie, but sort of the edgy hipster one that was into fashion with her beret, and she was being, quote, creative. So basically she was from the Pacific Northwest, but basically Maddie had a cartridge reader that plugged into her wrist in which you could use 9 different story game cards for activities like arts and crafts or sports. That way, like let's say I wanted to go outside and shoot some hoops, I just had to slip in the cartridge and she would say phrases like, "Nice shot on the court." The Super Poochie Robot Dog. So I'm pretty sure Santa looked about 17 different places to find a place that this toy wasn't out of stock back in the day. For parents who didn't want to clean up poop or pee and were allergic to pups, the Poochie Robot Dog may have seemed like a saving grace.
I've got Super Poochie.
My dog's gonna win.
Wrong, Bulldog Breath.
It was supposedly able to respond to voice commands like its name you gave it, and you could train it by saying things like, "lie down and sit." But this was the idealist theory on it, and in reality, I remember me and my siblings giving up training it about 3 hours into Christmas morning and crying in frustration. So not so great of a gift, but hit clips is the next one I want to talk about. So this was the coolest thing before MP3 players came out.
Coming at you right between the ears is hit clips, music to get you grooving.
And they were little squares with hooks on them that you popped into a player, and it played about 1 minute of a popular song. So an example of this would be Smash Mouth's All-Star, you know, the great old song. And once you got the one clip, you could bring them in to trade them at recess. So everyone wanted my 18's upside down clip, but I'm sorry guys, you still can't have it. And last but not least on my list, the Password Journal.
Privacy problems? Get Password Journal from Girl Tech.
So I got this one from my friend Mackenzie for my 8th birthday party, and it was the hottest toy of the time. I remember she even got me the Password Journal too, so it was extra cool. So I had an extra cool thing. But like the robot dog, the technology wasn't all there yet. And after setting my voice password to Open Sesame, I remember spending the next hour like yelling into the microphone trying to use my password with no avail. I was just like, "Open Sesame! Open Sesame!" But technology in the 2000s just wasn't perfect, let's be real. But what glitches do you see in tech toys today? For more top 5s from me and to leave some feedback on the story, check out the Penta.tech YouTube channel. For Penta.tech, I'm Carly Kovac.